Beer tubers, and welcome to yet another international Skype collab review with a fairly new beer tuber on the YouTube beer reviewer scene. It's Ivan of the All That Ails You video beer reviews. Hello, Ivan.
How's it going, guys? How's it going?
Going fine, man. We're going to be looking at a beer today from my neck of the woods. It's a Mikkeller beer, and it's going to be the Mikkeller Black Hole Tequila edition. It's essentially the regular Black Hole in the barrel-aged series they do of it, and this one is the one that's aged in tequila barrels, and we've both been told that this should be really good. It's got basically the same ingredients as the regular Black Hole. It's got the water, malt, roasted barley, flaked oats, dark cassonade sugar, honey, hops, coffee, vanilla, and yeast, and it's also on 13.1% alcohol, so it's a pretty darn big beer.
I know, so you're basically like ending your night, or maybe starting your night, and like this is like midday, like just right after lunch. So perfect time for like a gigantic beer, I guess. Completely opaque. Yeah. I mean, do you call the beer Black Hole? Of course, it's going to be like nothingness, just like completely black.
Yeah, and as with, or compared to the regular Black Hole, this actually has a head. The regular Black Hole, when I had it, was like almost dead flat. This does have a small pinky, mocha colored kind of head, but it's like a traditional Imperial Stout pitch black color.
Exactly, and also for, you said 13%, like it's got a nice head there and like decent looking lacing on that. I mean, come on, you can see the alcohol legs as well.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially when you swirl it around the glass. And the fun thing, as soon as you popped it, you could smell like the tequila notes in it.
Exactly, yeah.
Quite unique. Should we check out the aroma on this one?
Yeah, let's do that.
Like, I can feel some burning sensation in my nostrils.
Exactly, like a little bit of burning. You think that the first thing you would smell would be like that really roasted malt, but you smell like this herbal, you smell the tequila in there. It's pretty impressive. It's
pretty cool, because the first thing that that's the first thing that jumps to mind is that tequila kind of aroma.
Yeah, it's just
kind of like an agave aroma.
Yeah, I've had a lot of like barrel-aged beers, the bourbon barrel, rum barrel, whatever, but this is like the most unique smelling barrel I've ever, encountered.
Yeah. But definitely also get a lot of the roasted malt, some coffee notes in there too.
Yeah, there's a slight like herbal, like a hoppy quality to it.
Yeah, there's also a kind of piney note.
Yeah. There's something about Mikkeller beers, either like I really love them or I freaking hate them. So, I don't know, just by the nose, I can tell that this one's going to be killer.
You want to dig in?
Yeah, cheers, man.
Cheers, Ivan. Oh, that's a sweet beer. Yeah.
That is unique. That is weird.
The thing I find very weird is you can definitely taste that agave kind of flavor in there, the tequila flavor, along with the woodiness, and then it's quite sweet. And
it's sweet finishing, yes.
Yeah.
Sweet finishing, kind of like cane sugar or something like that.
Yeah, and that's probably the cassonade sugar in here, which is like an unrefined sugar they use in it, which I guess, and probably also probably also the honey and vanilla notes that helps create that sweetness there, but. And it really burns your throat. You can feel the heat right now, I think.
Yeah, it gets you in the throat, but like it's like a good type of warmth. You know what I'm saying? It's not like blowing out of my nose. For 13%, I think the barrel definitely softened up this beer a little bit.
Yeah, and it does have carbonation. It's not got the same issue as the ones with the fake cork they used to use.
Yeah, this is a cap bottle, so yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely an improvement. But it doesn't have a lot of carbonation for a beer on this alcohol content. I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah, effing around when they're like, "This is tequila barrel aged, man." Like you really get the tequila. I'm really impressed with this one, actually.
Yeah, me too. And I like how smooth it is for a 13% beer. I mean, it goes down so easily. It's definitely a sipper, but still really smooth. I do still taste some of that roasted malt, kind of dark fruit flavors in there too, but it's more in the back end. As you say, the tequila is really, really dominant in this beer. But it is really, really nice. Certainly better than the regular Black Hole.
So this beer, obviously, with a little bit of age, will just become like stellar, I think.
Oh yeah.
Some tequila right here, so I think we're gonna do a little side-by-side shot of that really quick. Yeah, this is like the Cuervo, which essentially is like the Budweiser tequila, more or less. So let's give it a little try.
Unfortunately, we don't have any, so
it's Ivan's
treat.
Yeah,
yeah, like a lot more burned than the Black Hole, but yeah, definitely those agave notes that you get in like a raw tequila like that are definitely coming out. Like specifically that same type of like barrel note. This beer gets the horns, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. This is this is a pretty metal beer, if you could say it like that.
Sure. It is. I think that. I mean, I can't get over how unique that tequila flavor is, man. It's just such a weird experience. I think, like, you know, these Mikkeller beers are expensive, but I think this one in specific, if you like those barrel-aged beers, man, this is like a must-try. Right?
Yeah, definitely. Guys, so yeah, guys, this is a pretty darn tasty Imperial Stout. It's so unique because of those tequila barrels. Definitely worth picking up, even though it must be quite expensive in the States.
But not as expensive as here.
Well, yeah. But
even though it's a Danish beer.
Yeah. Well, Denmark is expensive, but it's a really great beer. For me, I'm gonna give this a 95. Actually, I think it's a top-notch Imperial Stout. One of the best beers I've had from Mikkeller in a while. Really impressive. This is really a treat, even though it's so expensive. So this is, for me, this would be like a one-time treat, and maybe also picking up another bottle and age it, because with age, this will age beautifully, I'm sure.
Gotcha. I mean, I agree with what you're saying. What I dislike, we just praised the hell out of this beer. But let me tell you, the thing I don't like about the beer is like that it's almost a little too sweet for me on the finish there. And then it comes into that like alcohol, which is okay. But you know, what kills it is that like it's almost, I wish there was more roast character to this beer and less of that sweetness in the finish. So I'm going to give it an A-. It gets an A-. I think it's because this beer is just so damn unique. Like, I really didn't expect that much out of this beer, to be completely honest with you. I didn't think that the tequila would meld at all with, you know, the roasted chocolatiness, but it really does. And yeah, definitely, I feel like in the U.S., the Shelton Brothers distribute in the U.S., so, you know, Mikkeller beers are pretty widely available, at least over here. So, yeah, definitely, if you find this one, specifically this one, I can't vouch for any of the other ones because there's a few other barrels out there. But the tequila one, yeah, pretty interesting. Definitely a bottle you're going to want to share with some people. So, yeah, A-. Good beer.
I'm going, actually, also not quite unique, and it's definitely drinkable. The sweetness actually mellows quite nicely out.
But it is a very sweet beer. Yeah. I do like very sweet beers already, so for me that's not a problem.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
I actually
that's definitely...
it goes over to a bitterness. The last aftertaste is actually a little bitter.
Yeah, there's some bitterness in there, definitely too.
So 95, unique beer.
Yeah, guys, I want to thank Ivan for joining in on this review. Remember to check out his YouTube channel, the All That Ails You Video Beer Reviews, or just All That Ails You on YouTube.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
No problem, man. He does some pretty darn good reviews, so go check him out. And yeah, guys, as always, we're gonna ask you to let us know what you think of the Mikkeller Black Hole Tequila edition if you've had it. It would be lovely to hear some opinions on it, because it is quite unique.
It matches up pretty good with real tequila as well, so.
Yeah, and yeah, as always, remember to comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and we're gonna say cheers. Cheers, Ivan.
Hey, cheers, man.
And we'll see you guys in another beer review.